Let's go!
This is Marcus Miller of AudioVein Entertainment, and I'm standing here with Frequency Within from Orange County, California, and we just had a delicious meal of sushi burritos at Soho Sushi Burritos across from the Palace Station if you happen to be in Vegas or you want to come through Vegas. So remember that, Soho Sushi Burritos, must get. All right, so over here I've got Mr. Ollie, the bass player. Yep, how you doing?
I'm Erica Torres. I'm the vocalist and guitarist. How you doing, guys?
I'm Jeanette. I'm the drummer.
Hey, I'm Jenna. I'm the guitarist.
All right, so is this your very first tour?
Yes.
All right, and how many dates did you have, and how many dates do you have left to go?
We're through about half of them. The rest are over in Los Angeles, Riverside counties. And where else? There's one more in Orange County. So we're about halfway through this first run. We did like 5 shows.
5, yeah.
The first one being in LA, then near San Diego in Spring Valley. And we had 2 in Tempe, Arizona. One was a house show, and then this last one was yesterday at the Double Down Saloon.
Any favorite shows so far?
Oh man, the one in Arizona, the house party, that was wild. Those guys know how to definitely party.
Yeah, I don't know. It was crazy.
Yeah,
People
they're
nuts.
super into the music scene. It's just really responsive.
It's all young. They're they just like to dance. They like to...
A lot of energy there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, here in Vegas, the energy is not that great. Doesn't matter what the genre is. Pretty much the only thing that really sells here is EDM
Yeah.
Oh wow.
and
Okay.
country, which is weird, but it's true.
We got laptops, so.
Yeah. If you just want to push a button, go ahead. But for real though, you guys still brought the energy, even though there wasn't too much coming back. So it was a pretty good performance. I liked it.
Thank you. Yeah, I was glad some people got up and danced, even though
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
it wasn't super crowded, but they enjoyed themselves. Yeah, that's definitely like to see.
How about that band after you guys played?
Oh, they were pretty cool. That was interesting to see. They had a lot of energy.
Totally forgot their name, but I talked to them after the show. They're from like New Mexico.
Yeah.
So they're also on tour. So it was weird. They had 2 touring bands that night, and then that was it.
They had a unique energy, didn't they?
Yeah, they definitely did. Reminded me of the Red Hot Chili Peppers a little bit.
A little bit.
Who's the main singer? Anthony? That's his name?
Yeah.
Reminded me of Anthony, most definitely.
I thought so. Thought it was kind of like a little Red Hot Chili Peppers, a little Primus.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know them, but
Yeah, no, definitely with their bass player.
Yeah.
They rocked
Pretty
it.
similar.
It was pretty fun. Have you played with any other pretty cool bands along the way?
Oh, most definitely.
Arizona, we played with Phantom Party. They were the band that actually kind of housed us. It's funny because they're an Arizona-based band, but their sound is like surf punk.
California beach.
Cool.
In the middle of the desert, surf punk.
You know, we've got a lot of that here too. There's a big punk
Really?
scene here in Vegas,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of it is surf punk too, which is a little strange, but
I told them they should come here.
Yeah,
They're
they
like
want to.
freshly 21.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
We-
even more so, right?
There are
Yeah.
like there are our brothers. Like we played with them before, especially Josh Capiti. Like, did I say Capiti?
Capiti.
Capiti. He was in another band. We met him through when he was touring in California, and he came back and toured with Phantom Party, and we absolutely fell in love with those guys. So they did us a favor. They returned it with helping us out with the tour in Arizona. So it's kind of like a back and forth kind of deal. Because as musicians, you know, you got to help each other out. It's a small community, and everybody knows everybody. So that's why you got to play it cool.
yeah,
So
we met them randomly at like the shittiest pay-to-play show in LA. And
Yeah.
since then, like we've just done none of that crap.
been
Like
nothing
this
but
entire
love.
tour, none of it's pay-to-play. It's all just, you know, people that love music.
Good.
So
yeah.
Very good. Especially in California, the pay-to-play
Yeah,
places
it's
are
hard.
stupid.
Oh yeah,
It's like-
it hurts the music scene like a lot. I mean, there could be a place for it. I understand venues have to make their money, but at the same time, there's a lot of promoters that are just, getting these young kids that are still learning the beast of the business, and just raping them for their money. They don't even know any better.
Yeah, they're not even trying to put on a good show.
Yeah, they're just learning how to just be on stage. So I think that's kind of unfair the way they do that in Los Angeles and Orange County.
Most definitely. Vegas has a big, well, I won't say like mega big. I mean, it's got a happening music scene. But the problem is that most of the support is only from other local musicians. So when you go to a local show, it's just other local bands that are there to watch it, and it's kind of been like that for a long time.
Really? How long would you say? Like, how long have you been?
Well, at least from my experience, I'd say from last decade.
Wow.
For a little bit, there were a couple bands that had a pretty good growing fan base, but generally now it's, and we've got a lot of good music. There's a lot of good bands here, and of course some not so good ones. But it's pretty much just local bands watching other local bands, and there's always local bands that open for like the national touring acts. But most people come after they've played.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah.
kind of a vicious cycle, and it never really grows from that. So the album, how long did it take you guys to write?
Oh man. So lyrically, I mean,
We started writing last year when we got together around like October.
August. Or yeah.
Yeah, it was like August. It was just before Halloween. Like I think the month before.
Yeah. Because I had just barely started talking to you guys around
Yeah.
August.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then we started writing like September, October.
Yeah.
And we, played a little bit of shows, just tried to fill out the songs, and didn't lay down the tracks until June.
Okay.
So it was a few months of writing and perfecting everything we wanted on the album exactly how it is. But after that, like, we released it July 30th, so
And you've already got new songs written?
yeah.
Yeah.
You heard some of them last night.
Actually,
They're-
as we were recording the album, we were already
We were
writing
writing.
songs too.
We just consistently write, because I know a couple of the songs on the album we had mostly complete beforehand.
Yeah. So you kind of finished it as you were recording? Okay.
We're just like always writing. Erica's working on new stuff right now. I don't know what you said the thing was.
it's gonna be more like synth goth rock kind of deal. Like,
Okay.
if I don't know, I don't want to get people's hopes up high, but it's kind of like a Depeche Mode, yeahs with a sprinkle of just like,
we definitely have like an 80s touch.
yeah,
A little like
little
if you're
bit.
getting into like the pop, it kind of sounds a little more like 80s side, like Depeche Mode.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's still a lot of energy.
Yeah, totally.
I always tell them, like, I always have this touch of like,
You gotta get that punk in there.
yeah, a touch of
Kick
like
it in the ass.
punk in there, like I've been told like my music is so angsty and angry, and I guess that's just who I am. I'm always gonna be that, like, teenager I was in high school. That's never gonna leave me. So it definitely shows in my music that I'm pissed, and I'm gonna stay pissed.
Good. And it's fun, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it definitely. I'm not bitter. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm definitely pissed off about a lot of stuff. So it's cool to be able to write about it and put it out there. But I want to put it to a good beat that people can not only just like mosh to, but also just dance to at the same time. I mean, a lot of my influences right now is like Plague Vendor, yeahs, like I said, Depeche Mode, stuff like that. So I'm drawing a lot of inspiration from there.
Cool. Are you the main songwriter? Or is it kind of...
Lyrically, yeah,
Mostly-
she's the main.
Usually she writes like almost all of them. Occasionally, when we want like layered vocals, we'll all come in and kind of, she'll say like, hey, I have this idea, and then we'll kind of write some of like the backing vocals, but she does all of the main vocals herself, and then for the music, we all write that together.
All right. And how did you guys come together?
Well, in the beginning, it was me, Jenna, and Oli. We started a band called Golly Gee Whiz.
Quite
And we were kind of towards, I think it's safe to say, pop punk kind of deal. Pop,
No.
like
It was all
what would
over
you
the
say?
place.
It was like indie, but then it would be a little more acoustic.
And then it would be metal all of a sudden.
yeah, we just didn't really have a set
So we
direction.
We had a lot of background. All of us came from different other types of bands. You know, I was in like a metal band, an industrial band. She was in like a
Hardcore.
post-hardcore band.
I just did a ton of crazy weird acoustics.
Yeah. So we coming together really clashed in a fun way, but it was all over the place.
I think that's always the best thing.
Yeah.
Like,
it was a lot of fun.
It was a good thing
But,
to get us going, like a blueprint. And then
Right.
we were like, okay, what songs do we like most? And from there, we just decided, okay,
We only kept 2 songs.
yeah, we only kept 2 songs. That's true. And we were going through so many drummers, and we finally, we had a great drummer that we were blessed enough to find us. It's Jeanette here, and we were ready to start another band with a specific genre. So she grooved with us, and we just this frequency with him was made.
Yeah.
So
Day
It was
one.
crazy. We didn't even announce that we were going to be looking for a drummer.
Yeah.
She literally just messaged me because I was so overwhelmed that we were going to have to go through this entire drummer finding process
Because at this
again.
point, we've done it like about 8 different times.
Yes.
You know.
it was
It was
awful.
insane.
And it was always just a horrible ordeal to go through. And the drummer before, he's going to Boston to go to school. And we love the guy. He's
It's
a
a
great
Berkeley.
guy.
We were spoiled by him because he was a music major, so he was classically trained.
Yeah.
Jazz major, I think, like that was his thing.
Yeah.
And we asked, hey, we want it 3/4 time. He gave it to us, so he understood our lingo and everything. And we were like, oh shit, he's leaving. I'm not ready to go back.
Yeah.
And she found us on Facebook. She was like, oh, you guys would look better with a chick drummer. And we were like, well, actually,
we need a drummer.
we need a drummer, and she has a bachelor's in music. So I was like, oh, thank you, God.
Yeah.
We don't have to go through the
Also-
bullshit anymore.
tell
Also
people she has a
classically
kid.
trained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like,
Doctorate.
I was like,
Yeah.
no way. We asked her like 1,000 questions
Oh,
about
yeah.
like what kind of, like Erica said, she used to work at Guitar Center.
I think
so-
she got it the worst out of
Yeah.
any drummer we talked to. Like, we asked her the most questions out of anybody.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
never
yeah.
been asked so many questions. Like, what kind of drums do you have? What kind of cymbals do you have? How long have you been playing?
I gave her a hard time because I wasn't ready.
I'm
Like,
don't even trip. I got a DW set. I got some high-end Sabian
And then she comes in and
cymbals.
she works at Sam Ash.
I work
So,
at Sam Ash.
we're like, why are we even asking her?
yeah, I was sold. I was sold after that. I saw her play, and I was like, what? She has a great kit. She has DW. I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah,
Like,
first date.
win.
First day, we just jammed a little bit, and it was like...
She laughed at my jokes, even though they're stupid. Like, I mean, it was perfect.
It's noticeable during the show. Like,
Yeah.
You can tell that you're a good drummer. Like to most people, like they wouldn't really notice. Like it's the little stuff. But like,
Oh, I see.
yeah,
A
like
little attention to
like
detail.
there's good solid drummers, and then there's like drummers. And me and Viking during the show, we looked at each other in between the song. We were like, she's a good drummer. It's like, because it's true. It's like
Thank you.
It's a drummer.
pretty solid.
Yeah.
Drummer,
We love her.
drummer, man.
We're not
Drummer,
letting
drummer.
her go.
Yeah.
She can't
I
leave.
spent all my life drumming, so I hope I'm good.
Good.
We might have signed a contract, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we really did. If she leaves, that's it.
I can never leave. And
You are the band now.
Yes. All the pressure's on her.
All right. So when are you guys looking forward to recording number 2?
We're actually looking to do some acoustic stuff on the side while we're writing the full album. So we're going to be playing around a bunch of different
Video,
venues. Yeah, and we're working on a music video. We have one in the process. We've talked to one videographer, and we're looking to do a second one as well. So we're going to release those.
And then
this
some
next
singles,
year.
too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
do, maybe not a full album yet. We'll get a few singles out there. Maybe written.
We want to give people a taste, and then have them want more. So that's gonna be fun.
It's kind of how it is in today's music industry, anyway, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
you have to give people a taste because if you give it to them all at once, everybody wants it now. So
Mhm.
just gotta
We don't want to
keep-
be stagnant. And also, like they were saying, we come from so many different backgrounds. Like, we just want to push ourselves and not be something that's already been done, that people have already heard 1,000 times.
Yeah.
And it's just different words to the same thing.
Do you think that you have your sound yet, or are you still totally exploring your sound?
We have our sound.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
definitely have our sound.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Even when we're jamming, it just feels like, you know, our music.
Yeah.
Still.
Good.
So it's definitely there.
Good. Because again, most people, it's like they're always. Every band is different. Every situation is different. You know, like some bands need to change every album. You know,
Yeah.
change their sound and explore something else. And then some people they hone in on that. And once you're honed in on it, good. You know, and just like keep that ball rolling. So
Yeah.
it's definitely important.
It's good not to stay stagnant. Like for instance, I'm a huge Tegan and Sarah fan. They started out as an indie rock.
They were super folk.
They were,
actually.
yeah, folky, like two girl chicks from Canada, and look at them now, they're doing pop, because there was a quote that Tegan said that I absolutely loved. It was like, you know, we got to keep reinventing ourselves, and it's good to stay scared, because that means you're stepping out of your comfort zone. So
Yeah, that was also Bowie.
I'm a
too,
nervous,
so-
yeah, I'm a nervous wreck, but that's good. That means I'm, you know, stepping out of my comfort zone completely. I mean,
yeah, there was one song specifically, Static Ground, that she was really afraid of
Yeah.
releasing. She's like, guys, I don't know if
If
this
it's
is
strong
good
enough.
enough.
Yeah.
I don't know if people are gonna like it, and it just turned out that, you know, playing it live, even people just love
react to it, and
to
it
dance
was
to that song.
it was great to see, but especially, yeah, putting it out on an album was the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever had to really go through, because the screams I had to put in it, and you know, the dancey type of singing I had to do was just terrifying, because like they said, I come from a post-hardcore background.
Yeah.
She played bass and she screamed.
And I screamed, you know, and that was it. That was just the end of it. I was just backups for a band. I was never the front man for it, but here I am.
Yep.
So it's pretty cool.
Are you comfortable now?
I would say to an extent,
Yeah.
yes. But it's what makes it interesting. I don't get bored with it, because I still step on stage and I still get scared. I still get nervous, you know. But I'm like, okay, it's what makes it fun. That rush and adrenaline, you know.
So how does it feel to be the only male in the band?
I get asked that a lot. I don't really notice it until I'm asked. it's yeah, I don't know. I don't really notice it.
Good.
I think our personalities, they just click so well that we
Yeah.
get along just as friends, period. And yeah, nothing
Yeah,
else.
because these two were friends, like,
Oh man.
I've known her for a long time.
He's known me since I was 14 years old, and we started a band way back in the day. What was it called?
It was like we're going for like this emo
Love
sound. at one-
Lies Bleeding.
Love Lies Bleeding.
It was Love Lies Bleeding. and
That's
it
it.
was
That's a good emo name.
Yeah, it was an old school emo thing
Yeah.
that we tried out, and I just loved his guitar playing. And he went off to Arizona for a long time, and when I graduated high school, he came back, and
you know, your first semester back.
Yeah.
And that's just when we met in college, and we're like, we're starting a band.
so we started a band, and then here we are now, still in a band.
So are you originally a guitarist? And
Yeah.
now you're playing bass?
Yeah, originally I started playing guitar, and then I learned a lot of other instruments. And when we were in the other band, Golly Gee Whiz, we would actually switch on stage. I'd play guitar, she'd be on bass. My problem is though, I can't sing and play bass at the same time. I can sing and play guitar, but she's definitely the strong frontman, you know. So it just makes more sense for me to be on bass
Yeah.
and her stay on guitar. And
Yeah, and we were all doing backup vocals, and we were all, you know, offering ideas, and it just works.
So the biggest goals over the next 6 months to a year would be
Build our fan base, just
Yeah.
get people to know us, and make Frequency Within just a common name, like, you know, I don't know, like other
Yeah, we're
bands
out there, we're
around
playing shows, we're working on
California.
those videos, gonna build our YouTube a little more. We have some videos up there of us recording, but
I want
both
some like actual
Jeanette
content.
and Oli
Yeah.
both have GoPros that have been going almost constantly
yeah.
since we hit the road.
was watching that.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
had
stuff
one
on there.
harness to my chest.
Yeah.
That one came out
That was
sick.
It
That
was
was pretty cool.
pretty rad, man.
So we'll definitely be posting some of that and just, interacting online, because California is a really dense area. We're around a lot of people, but we do want to tour further than we have now. Obviously visit those places again, but
Well, hey, the fact that you've toured in under a year, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Glad you think so.
We're very hardworking, and we're trying to just make it happen. And definitely our biggest goal is to just grab those fans and get their attention. And that's what we're really doing this for.
I just want people to love our music.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
You guys looking to? Are you looking to get signed eventually?
Yes, actually, most definitely. That's our biggest goal. Like, we've been already looking at.
But it is.
Yeah, we want
It's
to be
important
signed.
stepping stone, yeah.
Do you have any
I mean,
labels in mind that you're interested in?
Epitaph.
Epitaph?
Yeah,
Yes.
just all the ones we're looking at are indie labels. I emailed you from our regular frequency, but I run just a little blog. It's SoCal musicians, and I just really try to see the scene from all perspectives, just as the venue, even as the booker, as the band, as a musician, as a fan, all of it, because essentially we are all of it.
Yeah.
And just it's so much more beneficial to find the right indie label to work with, and that's why I was talking with the band. We just need to get as far as we possibly can on our own, and build a fan base, and just work on our sound and our performance as much as we can before a label's even really gonna look at us as being something that they want to take on.
Are you gonna try and eventually jump on Warped Tour and all that?
Yeah, I was telling Ollie, I'm like, because we were talking about what would be our we made it moment, and I'm like, my I made it moment will be when I get to play the Ernie Ball stage or something at Warped Tour without having to do a Battle of the Bands, when I'm signed by either Epitaph or Fueled by Ramen or something, just to be up there and play in front of people. Because I remember being 15 years old and going to Warped Tour and being like, that's what I want to do, so that's a dream of mine.
Absolutely. Now, what about your background aside from school? How many bands were you in before?
I was in a couple different jazz ensembles, actually, and then I did the whole cover thing. And then I was in a all girl band called Apocalyptic. I was in that band for about 7 years.
Cool.
Yeah.
Put some time into it.
Yeah. That was pretty much the only band that I was in, and that didn't work out. The lead singer, she got married and she had babies, and yeah. The band.
Music's on the side now.
Yeah. So that happened, and then I was desperately looking for another band on, all websites, and
Where did
I
you look,
found-
actually?
I think I found OCML.
Yeah.
Probably through another band.
Yeah, just Facebook.
On Facebook, yeah. And then on OCML's profile, I found Jenna a picture of a girl playing a guitar, and I was like, okay, I like the girl scene. I like playing with girls, and so I looked her up, and then I found her band, Golly Gee Whiz. But I saw they have a drummer, it's a guy, and I don't know their story, whatever. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just message them. I'll just make a joke. You guys would look better with the, girl drummer. And then they messaged me back almost immediately saying, actually, yeah, we need a drummer.
So that message was the beginning of Frequency with him.
Yeah, that was it.
Golly
In
Gee Whiz is
essence.
done.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was
Yeah.
like, who are you? Come to our house and freaking let's meet. And we were all scared. We talked to her after the fact too. How did you feel coming to an already, together
Established.
band
Yeah.
house and just trying to play drums with them when they've been together for a while? She was scared. We were scared. So we were like, what if
Yeah.
what if
It's a little
Doesn't work.
nerve-wracking, but what made it better was when you guys told me you're going to, in a different direction musically.
Yeah.
You're starting practically new. You wanted to change the name of the band. So I thought,
Yeah,
okay,
basically
I
is
can
new.
I can
Everything's-
settle in a project like that, much better, and even connect better. If a band is already set in their ways, how how much say am I really gonna have
Yeah.
in
You'd
a
always
project
feel like the
that?
outcast.
Exactly. Yeah. And so in this case, it was much better. Everything was new for everyone. So
Now, the first practice, did you guys play Gullah with songs? And then,
Yeah,
Yeah.
she played,
We did,
we
just to see.
gave her the 2 I think we were keeping.
I learned too. Yeah.
And then after that, we just kind of jammed a bit, you know, just to feel everything out.
and then she impressed you with her technical jazz skills.
Fuck yeah. Well, funny thing, she's so great because I'm really bad at like giving direction. But there was this one song, I don't remember which one it was, but she was like, "What kind of drums do you want in it?" I'm like, "Well, you know, have you ever heard of the band Seosin? Like, you know, their EP or their demo?" And she was like, "I think so." I'm like, "Well, that's like ballsy, you know, but it's still like." What did I say?
Like technical.
I was like technical, so I'm like, I want technical and I want balls. I want technical balls. And she's like, okay. And then like she went home
I got it.
and she came back with technical balls. And I was like, yeah, that's what I want.
That should have been the name of the song, really.
Technical balls. Yeah. So I fell in love with that, and yeah, that's what I knew.
Hell yeah.
That was fun. It was interesting.
Now, were you in any other bands before Gullah Wiz?
Not really bands. I played
Just
a lot of just guitar. You know, guitarists sit, you know, in the room and
Yeah.
play forever. But I played with some other people. I played a little bit in the church, like youth band, you know, just acoustics, and then I played with some other friends. I listened to a lot of like Khaki King, different like tapping guitar things, and just tried to improve my skills as much as I could.
Are you self-taught?
Yeah, mostly. So I learned all the guitar on my own, and I was like, well, if I'm going to do this, I should take lessons. And so I went to take private lessons with one of the professors that teaches at Fullerton College. And I went for my first lesson, and he was like, well, what do you know? Like, just play something. And I did, and he's like, you really don't need to take lessons from me. Like, learn scales, learn like, you know, more stuff about theory, and that's literally all you need to do. He's like, you don't need to sit in with me, just learn the basics.
That's a hell of a compliment, though, right?
Yeah.
You walk in there thinking that you're gonna get taught, and he's like, "You don't need me to teach you."
Yeah.
That's cool. You know?
Yeah,
Now,
so-
what about you? Not bands, but what about were you self-taught? Did you take lessons?
Yeah, self-taught. Barely got into like the music thing, and I was just I wanted to emulate it myself, so I just picked up a guitar and started learning from scratch. And from there, I couldn't stop. I started buying, you know, pianos and keyboards.
He has a
and
problem.
I have
Yeah,
a horrible
he
problem.
does.
I have an issue.
There's a violin in my room right now that I'm starting to
I have
learn.
a violin
What the
too.
fuck,
Ollie? Violin is awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm constantly learning more instruments just because I fucking love it, you know.
See, you've already got like the next intro to the album.
Yeah, most
He's gonna play
definitely.
violin and piano.
All right, Ollie.
Cello's up next,
I'm
too.
excited. Oh my
Ah,
god, dude,
cello
that's gonna be
would be-
sick.
Sick. Yeah.
Now, what about that technical triangle? Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, I was actually thinking about getting an electric triangle.
Yeah?
Hook it up to a wah pedal, you know what I mean?
Oh, that'd be cool, man.
Bing, wow, wow.
Yeah.
Which I noticed that last night too. A little bit of the wall in some of the
yeah,
songs. I
yeah.
love that. I love wall bass
Yeah,
more than I do on guitar. I like it on the bass,
just
Because it's deep.
fatter. You know,
Whoa,
just-
yeah.
and plus I like the wow. Wow.
It's fun. It's
Yes.
just fun.
So, what were some of the bands that influenced you?
Oh man,
And
that's always a hard question. My iPod is just maxed out 80 gigs of music, and I can hand it to anybody here and they can find something they like, just because I listen to everything. So I mean I don't even know. Okay, as far as like groovy bass lines and stuff, I'll go back as far as like, you know, Michael Jackson and like Flea, of course, you know, influences
Gotta love
everybody. Who doesn't he influence? Fieldy, Pino Palladino, like those are all. It's a wide spectrum of, you know, music. Yeah.
Jeanette, drummers.
Drummer
Who do you look up to on drummers?
When I first started, it was a lot of Green Day drummer would be the drummer from Maná. It's a Spanish rock band.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started getting into jazz. Like I liked Buddy Rich, Dave Weckl, Louis Bellson. I mean, there's just a lot of jazz drummers out there that are huge. It just opened up my world. Like as far as ad-libbing, improvising, things like that, definitely jazz influence.
Feel and groove.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah, those would be my influences for sure.
Cool. So you said for the next stuff that you're going through, you said kind of acoustic-y, and then you got the little synth goth pop going on there.
Yeah.
Are you going to? And you guys said you already have your sound, like you know what you sound like. So are you just gonna add layers to that sound now?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. That's what it's gonna be.
Cool. You guys have anything else you want to say?
Not really, just look us up. We are on
We're everywhere.
every social media except Tumblr, because for some reason that place just does not like musicians. Unless they're already dead.
That's about it. Yeah.
But we're everywhere else. We're on Spotify, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat even. Periscope, which we need to do tonight.
Yes. Just support your local musicians. That's the most important thing, you know.
Definitely.
When you guys looking to come back to Vegas
Soon.
as soon as you can?
As soon as I can.
Yeah, because it's not
Next
that
weekend?
far.
Oh man, if I could, I
I
would.
wish. Actually, next weekend we're playing somewhere in Riverside County on Friday, and then Sunday we're playing. Where are we playing on Sunday? I mentioned it yesterday. Somewhere else.
Look up we have a website, frequencywithin.com. All of our tour stuff is right on there. You'll see our shows and whatnot on there.
Also on Facebook is our tour playlist that we've been listening to for this entire long drive. So some of our influences are on there,
Yes.
and some of it's just ridiculous.
It's just a bunch of random stuff too.
Indeed.
All over the place.
One last question. Who came up with the name?
We all kind of did.
It was very collective, actually.
It
Yeah.
really was.
Someone, I don't know how frequency came up.
That was me.
That was you?
Yeah, I came up with frequency something. No, pulse and frequencies.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I came
okay.
up with pulse and frequencies, and Eric was like, yeah, let's do that. And Jeanette was kind of like on the fence about it, so like, all right, we don't completely love it. Let's just keep going off of that. And then I think Jeanette
I think
said,
I came up with Within.
yeah, within.
Yeah, because we all came to mine and Erica's house, and we spent like a ton of different days just.
Yeah, spitballing.
It's hard to find a good name nowadays.
Yeah, it
you
is.
know, it is.
Oh, we came up with some crap too.
Yeah, we did, dude.
Yeah, we had a good time. It was pretty ridiculous.
Well, meat bags was a good
Oh
one.
yeah,
You know?
maybe.
Meat
The
bags.
meat bags.
I like that one.
Yeah. And that turned into an hour of us just
of
laughing.
cracking
Yeah.
up and just throwing more shit out there.
Yeah.
And our fans were gonna be called, what was it, like meatheads?
Meatheads or something like
Sky.
Oh man. Oh, dude.
I like-
Yeah,
I like
no,
meat
now our
bags.
fans are all
Meat bags.
freaks. I don't know if you saw our patches, but we have patches that say "I'm a freak"
With the Q.
F-R-E-Q. Those have been selling the most, actually.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like I'm a freak. So that's super cool.
Oh, yeah, did you get in trouble for putting the sticker on the stage?
No, he was like, "Are you defacing my stage?" And I was like, "I'm trying to," and he just like laughed.
Okay. 'Cause I couldn't hear anything because of the music,
Yeah.
but I saw him. I was like, oh,
No,
fuck,
yeah, he was
he's
just messing with
confronting you.
me.
Yeah.
I was like, this vinyl sticker.
There's like 1,000 stickers on there, and you're just like putting one on there.
Yeah, once.
What are you doing?
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, he was just messing with me.
Cool. All right, so this is gonna go on SoundCloud,
Cool.
and obviously I'll share it on my page, AudioVein page, Twitter, and on Instagram. I'll post a little picture
Cool,
of it.
man.
Yeah, if you used to send you a photo or anything like
Let
that,
us
Erica
know.
has been editing photos all weekend.
Yes, I am working even on vacation.
Yeah, I understand that. I was doing that in Hawaii. I tried not to, but
Yeah.
I had to post a couple things. It's like, all right, I gotta get that up.
This is
It's like,
Yeah,
I was like
exactly.
scrolling through the feed and I'd see something. I'm like, oh, fuck, I gotta get that.
Yes, that's exactly. I told myself I wouldn't touch my computer, but I was just like, no, I got clients I have to take care of still, you know. So
All right, and I feel like there's one other thing I was gonna say aside from the social media stuff. I don't know. I'll remember it as soon as we're done recording. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. See you later, guys.